The following quote is from Stop the World, the autobiography of Winnie Ewing. This text is from Chapter 11, The Member for the Highlands and Islands, Mostly at Home.
Willie McRae was a highly successful Glasgow lawyer, a partner in the firm of Levy and McRae, having also had a distinguished career in the army during the war. He also had strong links with Israel. He was a magnificent orator with a big following in the party and was particularly inspiring and direct when talking of the obscenity of Highland landlords, saying that we would put an end to landlordism by getting rid of the whole Rickmatic o' them. He was also a doughty campaigner and acted for the objectors during the inquiry into nuclear dumping at Mulwakar in Galloway, as well as being involved in some high-profile anti-drugs cases, earning the enmity of drug dealers. In 1985, Willie was found dead some way off the main road north, on the stretch that rises up high between Invergarry and the road from Skye to Inverness. He was discovered, very strangely, by an SNP candidate and councillor from Dundee, David Coots, who was travelling the road in the early hours with his girlfriend, a medical doctor. They called the police, thinking that Willie had been killed in a car accident, probably when his car left the road, but when he was taken to hospital in Inverness it was discovered that he had a bullet in his brain. There were many strange circumstances surrounding Willie's death. The night he died he had been doing paperwork in bed in his Queen's Park flat in Glasgow and it had caught fire. He was, admittedly, a heavy smoker and had done this before. The fire brigade had been called by a neighbor, but the fire was out by the time they arrived and Willie refused all help. He then set out for the largely ruined croft that he owned in the Highlands. The gun found at the scene of the accident was not next to the body but some distance from it. The first police officer attending had failed to spot the bullet wound, and there were rumored sightings of a man with a rifle in the vicinity before Willie had supposedly crashed. No one knew why he was traveling north, though there were more rumors about some big story he was onto, connected with nuclear dumping. Many people admired and loved Willie, and an annual commemoration of his death started to be held where his body had been found, and a cairn was erected by party members who brought stones from other parts of Scotland. His brother, who was a GP in Falkirk, was embarrassed by all the publicity, as was the party nationally, for there were an increasing number of articles about his death appearing each year in the press. The SNP NEC wanted to get to the bottom of the matter once and for all and asked me, as a lawyer as well as a senior member, to investigate in confidence. I undertook to do so, saying that I would report only whether I was satisfied or dissatisfied with the official version that he committed suicide. I took precognitions from David Coots, from Willie's neighbors, from some of his clients and his partners. I talked to the garage he regularly stopped at when traveling north, but when I asked to see the Procurator Fiscal in Inverness and to ask why there had been, remarkably, no fatal accident inquiry, which should have been mandatory considering the circumstances, I was up against a brick wall. The Procurator Fiscal had just taken early retirement and would not talk to me, even in confidence. Then the Lord Advocate refused to see me too and would not respond to any questions. Given all this obstruction, which was clearly deliberate, I had to report to the NEC that I was not satisfied with the official account of suicide, and that remains my position today. I do not know what happened, but I think it is important that the truth emerges, despite the time that has passed. Why the state refuses to let the truth be known is a pertinent question.